What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hot Radio Shout, and as always, I got my podcast partner off in this thing, the original hot boy himself, Mr. YNT. Turk, what up, though?
Hey, man, that Joseph, y'all already know what it is. Joseph L. on the way, you heard me? But today, we got a special friend of the podcast in the building. Introduce him, man.
Hey, man, first of all, this guy right here, you know, you might catch him at the White House politicking, okay? You might catch him at Harvard, you know, teaching. You see what I'm saying? You might catch him in New Orleans in the trap saving lives at the same time. Mr. Dee1, what the hell is going on, sir?
Everything you just said is 100% facts, my brother.
Ain't that crazy?
I'm in all them places.
Come on, man.
From the trenches to the White House, to Harvard University, to the studio, to right here with my dogs, B-High and Turk.
For real.
Okay, now, Dee1, let's just get straight to it, though, man. I mean, you just left the White House. What was going on, sir?
Man, so just left the White House, brother, with some amazing leaders from around the country who are all committed to gun violence prevention, right? The White House currently has a whole office dedicated to gun violence prevention in urban cities and urban communities. So you got people that's doing this work, right?
Yeah.
They community leaders, they're violence interventionists all around the country. So this ain't the laws, you heard me? This ain't the police. This is people that's living in the hoods, in the streets, that know how to diffuse these conflicts. That know, like, man, this how we really, it's only 1% of people that's committing violent crimes. I don't know if y'all knew that. Only 1% of people inside each city commit violent crimes.
My God.
So they're like, man, we got relationships with the ones that's pulling the triggers.
Yeah.
So we went to the White House, we got to sit. Man, I gave a speech at the White House, bro. Like,
my God.
I'm still sitting here like, Lord, what are you doing in my life, man? I gave a speech at the White House, just talking, being able to give my personal testimony, how I've been in close proximity to gun violence, from one of my students getting killed by another one of my students back when I was a middle school teacher, getting shot, to my best friend in New Orleans East where we grew up at getting murdered. My God. To me being a college student, having that iron right here on my head, 3 dudes run up on me and my boy, you know, while I was playing basketball, armed robbery, you know, act like they about to blow my brains out. For me to have, growing up listening to people like him, you heard me? Listening to their music, knowing all the lyrics, you heard? I'm about whatever you want, we can do it. Triggers I yank, like
station I'ma run through it.
All that, bro. So being like, dang, I've been around guns and gun violence my whole life, but now the way that I'm interacting with violence is, let's use all them experiences, all that trauma, all that music that poured into us, and let's take it to the highest heights. We at the White House, and we talking to them about the resources that people need in the cities in order to make this gun violence decrease and go down.
But do it take going to the White House to get people in our community to wake up? Because the White House, like you said, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe that the White House can relate to us. You know what I'm saying? Why go way to the White House when you could go to the Black House, you know what I'm saying? In the communities and talk to the people direct. What difference would the White House make from the Black House?
Beautiful question, dog. The difference is, the White House can fund the work. Because all too often in the hood, we expect people who got a big heart to do work for free. Oh, man, you trying to change the community? That's good, brother. You should be volunteering your services. The White House got that bag to where it's like, you got a good heart, you in the community making a difference, man, you deserve to make a fair wage, you heard me? A comfortable living off of doing that. That's the difference. The White House could literally say, all right, we're going to dedicate $5 billion throughout the country. We're going to spread it out to all the people that's doing that work. And that's actually what they did.
So is it about the money, or is it about, changing the community? Because every so often you have people just like us, you know what I'm saying, who find out how to get these, what they 501c3
nonprofit organizations.
All the nonprofit organizations, but then, I seen and respect to Charleston White, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, because Charleston White, he do what he do, but I seen him saying, fuck the community. I ain't in the community no more. I'm in the strip clubs now. I'm doing my thing now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do this no more. You know what I'm saying? Is it serious enough that people are really trying to make change, or are they trying to make change?
Yeah, well, you got people that's trying to make change because they understand that impact should always come before income. You heard me? It's that simple in life, brother. Like, some people realize that the greatest gift you can give to this world is to positively impact somebody's life, so that now, like Tupac said, I might not change the world, but I guarantee you I'm going to spark the brain of the person that will change the world. When Tupac died, he wasn't no 100 millionaire. He might not even had $1 million to his name, but you can't tell me he ain't make change, even if he wasn't making all the change, you feel me? So impact over income is gonna always have a person like, nah, that's what we need to prioritize. Unfortunately, in the community and in the industry that we in, you got people that wanna make income first and foremost, and then they're like, all right, after I make the income, then I'll focus on making some impact. But what happens is you get addicted to the income. And when you get addicted to how you started making the income, the impact is just like that diet you said you was gonna go on. You keep pushing it back. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start next week. I'm gonna start next month. Oh yeah, it's just like that thing you keep procrastinating on. So all we see is a whole bunch of artists in our industry who have made a bunch of income and a whole bunch of community activists. I hate what you just said about Charleston White, bro. That dude really said that?
He said
That's
that. He
horrible,
said that,
bro.
I believe it was with Sean Cotton. And, you know, I respect Charleston White. There's no disrespect to him, but I just wanted to, like, make a comparison to what our people be doing when they find out there's a check involved, you know what I'm saying? Because we come from poverty, bro, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I think some of us like to get in those high places to get those checks, you know what I'm saying? And it don't be real, man, you know what I'm saying? So how do we know when it's real from when it's fake, you know what I'm saying? And it's all about that bad.
Only God is going to know the heart. God is going to be able to judge the heart, you know what I'm saying? I think that the people closest to violence are the most qualified people to be the solutions to violence. So the ones who done committed the crimes, what about a person who shot somebody when they was younger, might have took somebody's life, and now or they got into a shootout with the police and they had to do 8 years, 8 months, you heard me, maybe 16 days or something like that in jail. And what about when they come home and they like, man, I done learned so much. I done changed my ways, you heard me? That's the most qualified people to speak on what the solution should be. Right. So I feel like, man, it's a blessing when you got people that's close to the streets that want to be the solution, but them people don't deserve to be out there hurting and starving. Just, man, peace and positivity is profitable. Yeah. And when we could show that to a 12-year-old, he'd be like, wait, what? Peace is profitable? Oh, well, I'm going to choose peace. I don't want to choose chaos and violence.
Facts.
But we got to be able to show them that. And I'm a person who, I'm just like, yo, I'm going to let the success speak for me. I never wanted to show that I'm making money based on the jewelry I got on. I don't mind wearing fake jewelry, me. I don't care about wearing fake jewelry. That don't make me no less of a made man. That don't make me no less of a person making impact in this world. Definitely don't make me no less of a dope rapper. You heard me? Like, we just gotta look at what our priorities are, man, as grown men. Because your priorities when you was a teenager shouldn't still be your priorities when you're in your 40s and your 50s, in my opinion.
New album L.O.A.D.E.D, though, sir.
Yeah.
Project Pat.
Yes, sir.
Fredo Bang.
Yes, sir.
How do we make these collabs happen, man?
Man, authenticity opens doors that money and talent can't open. You heard me? So when you just authentic, bro, you'll have people, bro. The Uber driver who brought me over here to this interview right now, I get in the car with dude, he start to flipping out, bro, talking about, man, this how I know God is real. You heard me? And he's sitting here telling me his testimony about what all he going through and how my music done blessed him so much and all that. Crazy. Man, authenticity have you out here reaching and impacting people that you didn't even know you was on their radar.
That's right.
The way a Project Pat collaboration comes about is real recognize real. I see Project Pat in the prisons now. I see Project Pat doing work, getting people saved. They giving their life to Christ because of Project Pat. Yeah. Project Pat look at me and see this young brother is a disruptor. This young brother is kicking that real. He could really spit and he fearless and he keeping God first everywhere he go. And that forms a connection. Next thing you know, it forms a hit record. We got a record called All Glory to God. That mug crazy.
All Glory to God from Project Pat.
Boy, you got a head.
Come on, man.
You gonna trip out. I'm gonna play it for you before we leave out of here today.
So Fredo Bang come from, you know, banging, you know what I'm saying? And for the youngsters that listen to Fredo Bang and they hear Fredo Bang on a record with you and they say, I thought he was about peace, but they see Fredo Bang as they see Fredo Bang. How do you explain that to a youngster that don't understand you doing a record with a Fredo Bang?
I was Fredo Bang's middle school teacher. So if I wouldn't do a record with a Fredo Bang, I have failed as a mentor. I have failed as a big dog in his life. He look at me as a big bro. So regardless of mistakes he done made, jail time he done did, any of that stuff, I should never turn my back on him. And one way to continue to build our relationship, we FaceTime, we talk, you know, we do all that stuff. But another way to strengthen that bond is when I'm in Miami, you heard me? Shoot, I pulled up on him, we hop in the lab, and we create this record that is true to his brand. He ain't on there trying to sound like Dee1, and true to my brand. I ain't on there trying to sound extra street and extra gangster. The record is called I Apologize, you know what I mean? Banger, bro. And man, when people hear it, like, I just realized God created me to be a bridge in this world. Because there are too many people that's on opposite sides, Democrats and Republicans, black and white, the streets and the college.
We got independents too.
We definitely got independent. I'm independent.
Kennedy.
Yeah, look, he gonna plug it.
Yeah, all the time, man. You did. Yeah.
So we got these people who, we all human beings, but we temporarily forget that we human beings, and we just look at what's different about us, right? And I'm like, dang, God, you really created me to be that bridge between both of these sides so that we don't lose sight of the fact that we all in this thing called life together, man. And,
So what about the people, Dee1? We gonna cut to the case.
Come on, man.
Cut to the chase.
Yeah.
What about the people saying, okay, you criticize one group of people from talking about violence, shoot 'em up, bang, bang, but you rocking with Hot Boy Turk, and he still talk about that. What you gotta say to the people, because they wanna know, like, where do that go? Because you just was about to fight with a Jim Jones. You just was about to get into it with a Rose. You know what I'm saying? About their lyrics. But do that make D1 a hypocrite to the people? Because we need to know now.
Right.
How do you explain that?
Yeah, I explain it by the same way that Jesus sat with everybody, man. Jesus sat with tax collectors, he sat with thieves, he sat with all kind of sinners. And the difference was when he sat with them, it wasn't so he could fit in with them. He sat with them so he could shine his light in those spaces. So if I'm ever in any of these spaces that you just spoke about, Turk, and if I'm not shining my light, if I'm not being me, then maybe D1 is changing and trying to fit in and all that. But that's not what's happening right now, man. I'm so confident about who God has made me and the ability to be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like everywhere that I should be. And if I shouldn't be there, I ain't forcing it to try to be there. You feel me?
Thanks.
So it's just that simple, bro. Like, I'm not a dude that's going out my way to try to get street cred. What is street cred to a man of God? Like weigh them up against each other. When I know who I'm serving and when I know that my blessings are eternal, what is street cred? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wanted street cred, I wouldn't be driving a Honda Accord right now, you know? I wouldn't be out here, I wouldn't be out here pushing stuff that I know is gonna be unpopular to the culture, but that I know is gonna be powerful to the kingdom. You hear me?
Facts.
So I'm just doing that just to show people that it's possible, but also to show people that, dang, whatever D1 is fueled by, whatever it is, whether it's that bambusi, you heard me, or whether it's whatever D1 is on, I want some of that. And that's when I tell them, man, I ain't on nothing but I'm high on life, bro.
I'm on that bambusi right now. You did. Yeah, I'm just ain't acting stupid. You did.